Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back to the Precision Podcast. I'm super excited. Today I have the owner of Pure Green Murfreesboro, Kelley, here, and she's going to talk about all things Pure Green and let us know how she brought this awesome business to Murfreesboro and all the fun things that they have to offer there. So, Kelley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you'll start by just telling us a little bit about yourself and about your background and how you landed in the Murfreesboro community.
Okay, great. So I am originally from Indiana. I grew up in Indiana, met my husband in Indiana. We're a military family, so we were around just a little bit for a few years. We relocated to Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, Murfreesboro, specifically after Hurricane Katrina. Like a lot of people were displaced. We had lost a house in the hurricane, and this is where God landed us. So we moved here in 2006. Our kids have been raised here. This is home. We don't plan on going anywhere. So we've been in Rutherford County, Murfreesboro, Smyrna ever since. We've got three teenage boys. They're just turned 20, 17, and 14. So we stay really busy. And that's just the part of life we're in right now.
Nice. I'm sure with kids that age, you guys stay super busy, having some
We
still at
do.
home and
We do.
one maybe out of the house now.
We've got one getting married this summer, so he'll be out of the house.
Oh,
One
that's so
graduated this
exciting.
year. Yeah, we've got a
Yeah.
senior that graduated this year, and then our youngest is 14, so he'll be a high schooler in the fall.
Oh gosh, yes. Super, super busy. Well,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what inspired you to open Pure Green and why you felt like the community needed that, and then the specific kind of Blackman, West Murfreesboro area of town.
Okay, so back to my background a little bit. I've been in dentistry my entire career, and so I've got no experience in food, no experience in franchising. I never would have thought that's where I would have gone. But we had a situation at a building that we owned where there was a fire. We ended up having a vacant space, and we just got to thinking about, do we want to put a tenant in there? If we put a business, what would we want? I love acai. Love, love, love acai. So I really just started researching it and thinking, do I even consider adding this to the crazy of my life anyway? And I happened upon Pure Green. I really connected with their, first of all, aesthetically, it's beautiful. I loved the design of their buildings, the design of all their stores. I really loved it. The products were very nutritionally sound, and I loved that. And I felt like I'm kind of their target audience, somebody that's looking for a healthy option, that wants a healthy option for themselves and their families. Our other business is in Blackman area of Murfreesboro anyway, so it just made sense. Murfreesboro is huge, it's growing, it's just a great place to be.
That's awesome. Well, can you tell us a little bit for those who may not know what Pure Green is? Tell us a little bit about what Pure Green is and what kind of nutritious products that you guys offer to the community.
Yes, so we primarily are smoothie, acai, and juice bar. So we have other things. We have superfood toast, we have steel cut oats, but definitely our top sellers are our smoothies. They're handcrafted, which means a lot of people don't know what that means. It means we're actually making it right there. It's not adding ice. We're not adding. It's only made with frozen fruits, so it's very dense. It's very nutritious. You're not adding sugar. You're not adding things that don't need to be in there, that don't need to be in your smoothie and don't need to be in your body. Our acai is the same way. It's blended fresh. It's not frozen. It's sourced directly from Brazil. So everything we have is the mission of Pure Green as a company. They're really trying to build healthier communities globally. They're building healthier communities. They're connecting people with superfoods. They're educating. They're passionate about educating. They are very, very passionate about the actual nutritional value of their products. So, for example, our cold press juices those were completely designed by nutritionists, the same nutritionists that work for the NFL. So the NFL, obviously, they care deeply about performance and about nutrition and their athletes and how nutrition affects performance. And Pure Green is the same way. So they care deeply about the quality of their ingredients. There's a lot of places that you can go and you can get a smoothie, you can get an acai bowl. I truly believe that nutritionally, ours is unrivaled. There's nothing that's as high as quality as far as the source of our ingredients, and nutritionally sound is what we have to offer. And I think that's what differentiates us from any other place in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I love hearing about how, all of your ingredients are very fresh. They're all very nutrient dense. I think that's super important, especially with a lot of the clients who will listen to this episode, we're working on like whole body wellness. We're recovering from injury, and such a big piece of that is the nutritional piece. And I love that you guys are have brought that to this kind of Blackman, West Murfreesboro side of town, because previously we haven't had a lot of those options.
Right.
It's nice that you guys you're so close, you're right here, and it's while it's still fresh and it's still very nutrient dense, it's still convenient, right? Like you could still
Yes.
get in and get out pretty quickly. And we need things like that to help support us staying in our like full body wellness journeys, and keep us, you know, really like mindful about what we're putting in our bodies, because it impacts everything from the way we perform to the way we recover to the way we just move about the world. I think that's so important. And I love hearing that about all of your products. What are some of the most popular menu items that you guys have? I know I had the pleasure of trying some of your cold pressed juices when you guys were set up at Sets several months ago, but tell us a little
Yes.
bit about what some of the maybe like your return customers' favorite options are that you guys offer.
Okay, I'll share some of customer favorites and then I'll share my personal favorites. So, customer favorites, I would say the banana nut smoothie is definitely our top seller. A lot of people like to get a hazelnut drizzle around the cup just to add a little bit of something to it. So, that's really popular. The chocolate hazelnut acai bowl is really, really good. I'm not a chocolate girl, but people that love it absolutely love it. My husband, who was uh, he's kind of transforming into a healthy eater. The Pure Green opening Pure Green has kind of pushed him a little bit into healthy eating, and he could eat that every single day. He loves it, loves it. My personal favorites are the blue banana smoothie. It's very similar to the banana nut, but it has the blue spirulina, which is really great for gut health. It's a superfood. I love that one. And then as far as our juices, I would say one of the most popular is the Soul Kick. It is the sweetest, but it's natural, just the sweetness that you would get from the fruits anyway. So each one of our juices has 4 to 5 pounds of organic fruits and vegetables in it. So you would never feel bad about eating organic fruits and vegetables. So you can't be afraid of the sugar content when you see it in those bottles, because it's just natural sugars. But the Soul Cake is really popular, and my personal favorite is the Wake Up Call, which is more of, I describe it like an apple cider but cold. So it's got the apple, it's got a kick of cayenne on the end, just the perfect amount. It's not spicy. It's just hits the right amount on the tail end of the sip, and it's really, really good.
That one sounds like that would definitely be up my alley. I love just like a little bit of cayenne. So talk to us a little bit about, I know you said one of the missions of Pure Green as like a whole company is, you know, really educating people about what they're putting in
Yes.
their bodies as well. So someone who walks in off the street, who doesn't have any really background in reading nutrition labels or knowing what they're putting in their body, but they just kind of want to walk in and have something that is that they can feel good about putting in their body. How do you guys help them kind of maybe pick and choose what they might be getting and what they might be putting in their body from your Pure Green products?
Okay, so when people come in, it depends on what exactly they're looking for. If they are looking for a juice, there are some very specific things where I can kind of guide people. So we have people coming in, like what you would see, people that are dealing with chronic inflammation, or they're in cancer treatment, or they've got gut issues, like half of America right now. So there's some very specific things where we can kind of recommend based on a person's goals health wise, or ailments that they're currently dealing with, struggles that they're trying to overcome. The juices specifically, I can gear towards that way. The other thing that I try to do just educationally is let people know that they can't make a bad choice. There is nothing in our store that is not healthy for you. So it really, at that point, becomes about, are you looking for higher protein? Are you not? Are you feeling a smoothie? Do you want something warm? You know, that kind of thing. There's nothing that we carry that you're going to eat and then find out after the fact, wow, that wasn't even healthy. It's just, we don't have anything. We don't have anything that's not good for you.
Well, I love that. And I love that as someone who, you know, deals with people who have chronic inflammation or who are recovering from injury or have different like underlying health conditions, that I, like as someone who people sometimes come to for advice with nutrition. Well, while that's not my specialty, I know that I can point them your guys' way and say, hey, why don't you try out Pure Green? They've got so many awesome, you know, options. And like you said, you're not going to feel bad about putting anything that they have or that they offer into your body. So I love that you guys kind of, you know, you don't really give people the option to
Right.
make an unhealthy choice, and it all
Right.
tastes good at the same time. You know, you
Yes.
you add that benefit, which sometimes when we're at home or going through the grocery store, we might be looking for something nutritious, but it doesn't taste good too, which you guys have
Right.
a bit of it. Everything tastes good,
Yes.
tastes good as well. So tell us a little bit about, being a a clean eating space in this community. How have you guys kind of reached out and worked with other local businesses, or even just reached out to the community to kind of let them know that you're here, let them know, hey, come to Pure Green. We've got some really awesome, clean, good for you products.
So that really is what I'm doing. I just want people to know that we're here. We are a healthy option. We're on this side of town where you don't have healthy options really. And I'm just trying to partner with anyone. I see it completely as a partnership. I want to partner with anyone that is similar minded. So it doesn't matter what your business is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you are health and wellness focused, if you are nutrition focused, if you are fitness focused, we can have a good partnership because most of those people, they want, like you want to gear your clients towards healthy places. You don't want to be doing the work that you're doing and then people leaving and getting a Big Mac or something. It's like you understand the connection between nutrition and wellness. And I'm just trying to kind of bridge that gap for providers and then their patients. It's like we're kind of the in between because what they're doing when they leave the provider's office and then when they get home, that all matters. So we are just trying to let people know that we're here. We want people to be able to refer either their clients, their patients, anything like that. Say, hey, go to Pure Green. They have healthy things. Check out their juices. Stop there on your way home instead of at a drive-through, getting something fried. And it's just a partnership. It's just a community partnership focused on wellness.
I love that. And I love how you're talking about you guys being kind of the middleman because like you said, as providers, we can only control so much of what happens within the walls of our office, within that time spent with our patients. But really what matters just as much, if not more, sometimes is what they're doing outside of the walls of our office. And it's, again, really nice to know that we have such a great business on this side of town that offers something that is so good for our patients and kind of helps us bridge that gap and helps us maintain the gains that we make, within the walls
Yes.
of providers like myself. Tell us a little bit about, you guys are a newer business, and with any newer business comes some challenges along the way. Have you guys run into any unexpected challenges, or any advice that you can share with maybe some of our listeners who have other small businesses in the area, whether they're wellness based or not? Some of the challenges that you guys have run into as you're getting kicked off the ground here and really embedding yourself in the West Murfreesboro community.
Sure. I would say that the biggest challenge that I didn't expect is that I brought a business to Tennessee that wasn't already really established in Tennessee. It's not known. And so I'm trying to build a brand that people don't know. It's very different if you open a McDonald's, you have everybody knows McDonald's. If you open a Whataburger, everybody knows Whataburger. So I can open a Pure Green and I can believe in what we have and know that people are going to value it once they get to it, but they may see the sign and not have a clue what it is. We've had people thinking there's a Pure Green lawn care. They service our area, Pure Green lawn. The truck will be out front, says Pure Green on it, and they're spraying chemicals for the lawn. You've got people that maybe thought we were a cannabis place or something like that. So trying to build a brand that's not already established in this area has been a lot more difficult than I realized because you need local marketing, but you also need national marketing. It has to be a combination of the two. And I didn't really expect that. As far as just owning a business in general, we've been business owners in Murfreesboro for 20 years. So we've seen the highs and lows. We've experienced it all. We've seen the struggle. We've seen the rewards. And ultimately, regardless of what you're doing, I think if it's something that you're passionate about or you feel called to, you can't be afraid. You just have to go for it and you just have to trust the process. And it may not look exactly like you want it to look like, but you just got to keep on. And a very, very close friend of mine told me just a few months ago, because it's easy to get caught up in what other people will consider competitors. I truly, in my heart, I don't consider it competition. It's like Murfreesboro is big enough for everyone. There are plenty of people to go around and they can all have their favorites and it's okay. But if a new company comes in or a new brand comes in that offers the same thing you do, it's quick to be like, oh, that's a little scary. And she just told me and she encouraged me, just stay in your own lane. And she's right. It's like, I just have to focus on what I'm doing and that's it. I cannot focus on what other people are doing or let comparison steal my joy. I'm not going to do it. So I'm staying focused. And that's what I would tell people to do is just push through with what you're doing and not worry about what other people are doing that are in your industry. Just do you. You do you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's so true. And I think that's awesome advice and can apply to so many different things in life. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. Um, Talk about what a day in the life of you looks like. You're running, you're running and operating Pure Green. I know you guys have another business next door. Tell us what it looks like to be you for a day.
That's funny to even try to describe because I'm a little all over the place. So anyone that knows me, they would probably just laugh at that question. I stay busy. I'm a go, go, go. And I'm a weird mixture of planning, but also things never go to plan. And so I'm all over the place. But yes, I am a mom. Okay. So me personally, my day, coffee and Jesus, first thing in the morning, coffee and Jesus is what I'm doing. And then I'm usually doing a combination of stuff around the house. I've got one that does not drive. I'm running him all over Murfreesboro, wherever, or Franklin, wherever he needs to go that day. I'm running him all over the place. As it relates to Pure Green, I'm going to all the grocery stores. I'm going to Aldi. I'm running to Costco. I'm going to Sam's Club. I'm going to the place that carries local honey. It's a lot of errands. Once I'm in the store, that's kind of the chill time. Like that's where I get to talk to the people. I get to enjoy the guests. I get to make those relationships and those bonds and make the products and also have like the little samples after the fact, enjoy the products. I love that. But so much of my day is spent doing other things just because I'm a wife and I'm a mom. So I've got a lot of teenagers that work for me right now, especially in the summer. So I'm not actually in the shop quite as much behind the counter doing the things. I'm doing a lot of marketing. I'm trying to network. I'm trying to schedule certain events and things. And so it's just a lot of plates spinning. And as a woman, as a female business owner anyway, and a mom, it's just what we do. But I think God made us that way where we do it well.
No, definitely. And I can totally relate is when you own a business and it's maybe not a typical standard business, it is you're running all the time and doing all the things that nobody actually thinks about doing when you think about, opening a business. So
right.
I think we can all relate to a little bit of that craziness. What kind of goals do you have for Pure Green over the next couple of years? Where do you see it going or where do you dream of it going and growing for you guys?
So I'm open to opening another location. It wouldn't be something that would happen right away, but I would like for there to be growth just within this territory. I think that would be great. I do have some other things coming up, which I'll share a little bit later on kind of like, oh, hey, look for this. This is exciting. But just continue to bring awareness, continue to help grow the brand and educate people, get them to making healthier options, to value healthier options for themselves and their families. Ultimately, that's what I want. And my heart's desire, regardless of what I'm doing, is just to be a light in the community. I feel like it doesn't matter if I'm making smoothies, if I'm cleaning somebody's teeth, if you're a physical therapist, it does not matter what you're doing. You're called to just be a light and show love in the community.
I love that. That is awesome. And that's kind of what we're about here too, just being a light and being a resource for people, helping them, improve their overall life, which is kind of what all of our goals should be, in my opinion. Do you guys have any exciting things coming up with Pure Green? Do you guys have any, some companies have like seasonal menu options. What do you guys have coming up in the short term that we can be looking out from you guys at Pure Green?
Okay, so right now for the summer, for the next few months, we've got the coconut cherry cloud smoothie that is really, really good. It's made with dark cherries. It's very delicious. So our signs and everything will say, oh, now it's back kind of thing, but it's not back to anybody here because we're brand new. But to Pure Green as a company, they had it last year and it did so well and people loved it so much that they brought it back. So this is the first time that anybody in this area will be having it, but that's one of our limited time offers that we're doing right now that is performing really well. It's really, really good. It's definitely on the sweeter side, but it's just the sweetness from the cherries themselves and the pineapple. We are in the process of building out a food truck. Or a trailer. It's a trailer that will be able to go to certain events and kind of partner with people in that way. And so I'm really excited about that. I would love to get into the space of being able to do more events and catering. I'm very just community driven. I'm a people person. I like to be where the people are, where the things are happening. I like to be there. It's fun for me and it's connection. And I think I'm one of those people that thrives on the energy of other people. And so I just want to be in the middle of it.
I love that. That's so exciting. And that's such a unique concept. We hear of all these, fried food companies, all these other companies having food trucks, but I think it's so cool to be able to offer something that's so nutritious and healthy at some of these like big community events that we have. Murfreesboro, I feel like, especially in the past maybe 5 years or so, has really stepped it up when it comes to community events and having really awesome opportunities to just go mingle and support the community itself. And so what an awesome opportunity to have a food trailer to go,
Yeah.
bring out to all of those events. That is awesome. Congrats on that. That is so
Thank you.
exciting. Well, tell us a little bit as we wrap up here, where exactly you guys are located, where everyone can find you, whether that's social media, your physical store, all of those good things.
Sure. So our storefront, I like to tell people that it's Old Fort Parkway. So Sam's Club, Blackman area. A lot of people can identify with Sam's Club. We are directly across the street from Kelton's for anybody that knows that. But the address is actually 2863 Old Fort Parkway. So if you're on Old Fort Parkway, it's in between Cason Lane and St. Andrews. On Instagram, we are PureGreen _Murfreesboro. I would love for people to follow us on that. And that's, I try to post quite a bit on there as far as you'll see a lot more pictures and videos of our actual products. So that's kind of a good place to see what we're about and what we have. For anyone that doesn't know it, follow us on there and you're going to see really quickly kind of what we have and what we're about.
And we'll link all of that below so that any of our listeners can have a really easy time finding you guys and following y'all on social media. And I know that you guys tend to be out and about in the community, popping up at some different local gyms and just other businesses in the area. And I think that's a really awesome way. If you guys hear that your gym is hosting Pure Green or any events, definitely check them out. They're, like I said, I've only got the opportunity to have the cold pressed juices, but they are phenomenal. So, Kelley, as we kind of round out here, I always ask my guests, besides your own small business, what is another small business in Murfreesboro that you love? I know there's so many, it's really hard to choose, but is there maybe one or two that you would love to kind of give a little shout out?
Okay, well, I have to shout out my husband, Legacy Family Dental, best dentist in Murfreesboro.
Yes,
So
he's so kind. He gave me sanitary wipes to help me with my table, and I appreciated it so much.
Right.
So kind.
Yeah. So we've actually been married 22 years next week. So it's a blessing when you get to do life and you get to work and just do business and all that with your best friend. It's really been a blessing for us being able to work together all these years. But I'm definitely going to shout him out. I'm also going to shout out Atlas Orthodontist, right next door to where we're at. So they're both on one side. Legacy Family Dental on one side of us, Atlas Orthodontics on the other side. Dr. Alex is, in my opinion, one of the best in Murfreesboro. He did braces on all three of my kids, and I know that he really values our products too. And he works with us as far as you can redeem your points as a patient with him. You can redeem your points for Pure Green gift cards. So I know that we're very synced as far as just life goals and what we believe in and what we're trying to do. So I'm going to shout him out as well. He's been a great support for us since we've opened.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's again, like all in that same little area there. You're kind
Yes.
of in a like dental sandwich or something. I don't know. That's probably a bad analogy, but awesome. Well, Kelley, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. I know that our listeners are going to get so much value from sitting down and listening to this and coming in and visiting you guys in the store. Again, it's just such a great way. So thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning.
Yeah. And thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.